The mystery of the faint lights. After the dry spring adventure, Sim earned great respect in the Bavarian forest. But this didn't change him. He remained humble and curious, quietly exploring the forest and noticing the tiniest details. One night, as the hedgehog family was preparing for bed, Sim noticed something strange. There were faint, intermittent lights appearing and disappearing among the dense trees in the western part of the forest. These weren't the usual firefly lights, they were larger and slightly more stable, and they emitted a soft humming sound he hadn't heard before. Sim whispered to his father Shook, "Father, do you see those lights? What are they?" Shook looked at the lights with tired eyes and said, "Perhaps it's just the moonlight reflecting on dewdrops, my son, or maybe it's other nocturnal animals. Come on, it's bedtime." But Sim's curiosity wouldn't rest. The next morning, while everyone was busy searching for food, Sim decided to follow the trail of the mysterious lights. He stealthily set off between the bushes, avoiding being seen by the larger animals who might stop him out of concern. Sim followed the path, and the closer he got, the clearer the sound became. It was a sound like a soft hum. Sim finally reached an open area behind the dense bushes. And there, he saw something no animal in the forest had ever seen before. There was a small, strangely shaped vehicle, partially parked under the trees. The faint lights were emanating from inside it. And he saw two large people wearing strange clothes and carrying shiny tools. They were speaking softly in a language Sim didn't understand, but they seemed busy arranging something inside the vehicle. Sim crept as close as he could, hiding behind a large rock. He began to notice precise details. There were thin, transparent ropes extending from the vehicle and connected to some small poles planted in the ground. On one of the poles, he saw a small sign with strange drawings of animals, but they didn't look like real forest animals. He heard one of them say the word camp or something similar. At that moment, one of the men came out of the vehicle carrying a small box. As he walked, his foot tripped on a small stone, and the box fell open, scattering small, shiny beads onto the ground. The man didn't notice the beads falling, as he was in a hurry. Sim thought quickly, what are these beads? Are they dangerous? He remembered his parents' warnings about approaching anything strange left by humans. However, his curiosity urged him to find out more. He waited until the men had moved away, then approached the beads with extreme caution. They were shiny and emitted a very faint glow, similar to the lights he had seen from afar. They seemed to have no smell or taste. Sim rushed back to his nest, hundreds of questions swirling in his mind. He didn't tell anyone what he had seen immediately, as he was trying to connect everything he had witnessed. In the evening, when everyone gathered, Sim told his parents and siblings what he had observed. At first, everyone felt worried and scared. Father Shook said, Sim, this is a great danger. You shouldn't have approached them. But Mrs. Owl Hikmah, who heard the story, said, wait. Sim didn't approach them directly, he noticed the details. Sim, what sound did you hear? And how were the lights? Sim described everything precisely, from the humming to the transparent ropes and the sign. Mrs. Owl listened attentively, then said, I believe these are peaceful humans who sometimes come to set up camps to teach their children about the forest and environmental protection. The lights and ropes are probably part of their setup, and the shiny beads might just be trinkets or decorations. Thanks to Sim's accurate observations, the animals realized that these humans were not dangerous, and that they would probably leave soon. The forest was now aware of their presence, and the animals could safely avoid the area. Sim had saved the day once again, not with his strength, but with his restless curiosity and his sharp eyes that missed nothing.